Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tanya Ben Mansour, licensed massage therapist, Reiki master, certified clinical hypnotherapist, herbalist, and Krav Maga instructor, and CEO founder of Raphael Method. And today I would really like to clear up something I am seeing in especially a lot of the spiritual communities, is this term detachment. And I think what is meant to be said is non-attachment, and I would like to speak about the differences of what those two things are. So we'll start with detachment. Detachment in psychology is usually referred to as a trauma response. There's some sort of trauma, so you detach from the situation. And a person that experiences that sort of detachment / dissociation will generally feel like they're outside of their body. And it's sort of similar to what non-attachment in the Eastern Buddhist philosophy would talk about as becoming two-bodied, but they are not the same. The spiritual truth where people are wanting to become detached, that's not that's not a correct way to go about that. So non-attachment is where one would engage in their meditative practice, whatever practice that's leading them toward enlightenment. And non-attachment, an example of that would be, I do not need this, so I release it. Or this relationship is toxic, I calmly step away from it. But it's not reactive. It's only subjectively reactive within the self. As I look around, and I would have none of this if I didn't need it to operate my practice and my business. It's cutting away. It's also going, I love this person, but I am not attached to them. To lose them would not affect you because you are in non-attachment with them. There's an old Arabic proverb that discusses and explains this wonderfully. So if you hold something like this, you crush it. But if you hold it too loosely, it falls off the edge. But if you hold it to where it is free to go, it's not yours. It's free to go, but you're holding a little bit of a surety for it. You're holding space for it. That would be a way of being non-attached. But when one says, I seek to be spiritually detached, that is just a misappropriate use of words. Detachment would be, okay, my mean uncle is hurting me again, so I'm going to detach and disassociate from this situation. And then it registers in the subconscious a different way. It registers, and then it will resurface later as a trigger. When one is engaging in the practices of non-attachment, there are no triggers that will resurface because the letting go is peaceful. It is letting go to make room for more. It's not letting go as a traumatic response. So there are a lot of sort of half-truths like this going on in the woke and spiritual communities. And non-attachment and detachment, and knowing the difference is, that's very important when one is on a spiritual journey, because we don't want our non-attachment to become detachment and a response and traumatic, reactive response. So that being said, and also I guess I would like to clear up another thing that I see is the term old soul. That is preposterous, actually. Every soul that is here is the exact same age. They were spurned at the creation of this universe. However, the differentiation is the evolution. Once one evolves and reincarnates from the animal stage and begins into the human incarnations, they're still very much in their animal nature. Those are your people that engage in a lot of violent criminal activity. They can't get enough. They literally act like animals. And that's where that comes from. And then once one spends a cycle, several cycles in that to evolve, they're either going to evolve to a spiritual path or a money path. And so you've got the Dalai Lama and you've got Elon Musk. So just as an example. And so the evolution and the term old soul is simply, I think what they are trying to say is that it is a soul that has become conscious and has been conscious more than another soul that has perhaps not been conscious as long. Both souls are the exact same age. There is no old soul or new soul. It is simply, where are we on our evolutionary path? And one is not greater, one is not lesser, except in the sense that one is further along and one is not. And I guess as we evolve into becoming human beings, you're not evolving to become some light being. You are activating your light body, as in the sense of, as you evolve into consciousness, your energy body, your chakras, the nadis, all of these things, they do connect and form a sort of Merkaba, for lack of a better word. So there's no old souls. Please don't live in detachment and be in that reactive state. Release and let go calmly into the state of non-attachment and allow yourself the journey that is yours. Enjoy it for what it is, and trying to stay grounded in each present moment. And that is a helpful tool to reaching non-attachment and not becoming reactive and detached. So that is today's weekly wellness, delving more into the realm of the physical or the spiritual / mental plane. And it is with gratitude and love that I bring this to you. And I look forward to seeing you guys throughout the week and next week as well. Check out my website, www.bellasundries.com. And if you have any inquiries on booking a session, you can feel free to call 251-458-8884 or email bella.sundries or bella.sundries.massage@gmail.com. And if you are in the city region area of Mobile, you can book in-office sessions. If you are distant, we do offer distant Reiki healings and divination sessions, but that's all I could really do for you at a distance. And love, gratitude, graciousness. Thank you guys. Have a blessed week.